morning. My name is Miguel Gonzalez, and I'm a certified retirement counselor with over 20 years of experience helping clients in retirement income planning, overseeing investment of funds, and designing retirement plans. Let's talk about a year-end checklist for traditional and safe harbor 401k plans for an employer. The popularity of 401k plans today is because they offer certain tax advantages to employers and employees. For employers to qualify to have a 401k plan, they must meet specific fiduciary responsibilities. Managing these tasks is complicated and can feel at times overwhelming. Receiving guidance from a financial professional can help you navigate the myriads of tasks you might face. We compiled a year-end checklist to help you get organized in preparation for that consultation with a financial professional. Number 1, have you completed all the required tasks? Number 2, has your plan document been updated within the past few years? Number 3, have you distributed the following required notices? Qualified Default Investment Alternative, QDIA notice, Safe Harbor 401k notice, if applicable, automatic enrollment notice, whether it's you have negative or positive, participant fee disclosure notice, forms or website instructions for newly eligible employees, beneficiary designations also for newly eligible employees. Number 4, have you completed the non-discrimination test? This only applies to traditional 401k plans. The Employment Retirement Income Security Act, known as ERISA, E-R-I-S-A, requires several tests annually to ensure the 401k plans do not discriminate in favor of employees earning higher incomes. The tests get broken up between non-highly compensated employees, known as NHCEs, and highly compensated employees, known as HCEs. To be considered a highly compensated employee, you need to own more than 5% of the interest in the business at the time during the year or the preceding year without regards to the amount of compensation earned or received, or being in the top 20% of employees when ranked by compensation, or for the preceding year received compensation from the business of more than $135,000. That's the rule for 2022 and 2023, up from $130,000 in 2021. Once the non-highly compensated and highly compensated employees have been identified, you can look into the plan's benefits, rights, and features to ensure they are non-discriminatory. The actual deferral percentage, ADP, and actual contribution percentage, ACP, tests are used for this purpose. Actual deferral percentage, ADP, divided by actual contribution percentage, ACP test. Excess deferral test, IRS code 402G, is included in the ADP test in the year where the amounts were deferred. Annual addition test in the section 415C. Rate group test, section 401A4 test. Top heavy test, section 416. Lastly, the top heavy test evaluates the overall benefits that key employees have accumulated. Suppose the total value of the plan accounts of key employees is more than 60%, different from highly compensated employees, of the total value of the plan assets. In that case, the plan is top heavy and certain minimum benefits may need to be provided to the non-key employees. If a 401k plan is top heavy, the employer must distribute up to 3% of compensation for all non-key employees. To be a key employee requires the employee to be an officer of the company making over $200,000 in 2022, be a 5% owner of the business, or an employee owning more than 1% of the business and making over $150,000 for that plan year. A non-key employee is everything else. Are you up to date on contributions, distributions, deposits, and refunds correctly filed for ADP ACP tests? Here again are more of the things you need to do before the end of the year. If your employees have safe harbor 401k plans, you are required to contribute to their accounts, whereas traditional 401k plans do not require, but contributions can still be made. Both safe harbor and traditional plans have an annual contribution limit that may not exceed the lesser of $100,000 of your compensation, or $61,000 for 2022, possibly increasing as much as $67,000 in 2023. $66,000 if inflation is less than 0.25% per the month of July, August, and September. This includes elective deferral, employee contribution, employer matching, discretionary contributions, and allocations of forfeitures, but does not include catch-up contributions for those age 50 and older. However, if you are 50 years old or over, you qualify for catch-up contributions, increasing your ceiling to $67,500. Matching or non-elective contributions made to appropriate employees under the plan terms. More things to do before the end of the year. Top-heavy minimum contributions made. Have you done them? Have you made your hardship distributions? Have safe harbor and qualified non-elective contributions, QNAC contributions, been made? Have you distributed contribution refunds to correctly failed ADP ACP tests with a 10% excise tax, non-safe harbor plans only? Have you distributed required minimum distributions, RMD, to participants that have become RMD eligible in the prior year? Have you ensured that employee salary deferrals and loan payments are deposited timely? Have you cashed out account balances associated with terminated employee participants? Have you processed any defaulted loans? Have you used any unallocated forfeitures? Have you deposited employee elective deferrals? Are all eligible employees identified and given the opportunity to make an elective deferral? Was Form 5500 filed? If IRS Form 5500 was not filed, did you request an extension to file it using the IRS Form 5558? Have you taken the steps to seek guidance from a financial professional? As you can see, there's a lot involved with year-end 401k planning if you're an employer. Reason why I'm also extremely busy at the end of the year. Still, with the help of an experienced financial professional, you can create a strategy to manage some of the potential challenges that come with completing the necessary fiduciary responsibilities. So once again, this is Miguel Gonzalez with Cortburg Retirement Advisors. Please take a moment to click the like icon, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to receive our weekly video podcast every Monday morning. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next week.